Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video Storm Eowyn is approaching and we have to get prepared because it's now over hectic, and currently the cousin is securing down the timber shed or the meal shed. We have a lot of work to do. I'm waiting for Father Phil to come back, and then we're just heading off to get where we were working last, to get the pipes rolled up, get the tractors in a safe spot, and then come back and get into securing sheds, parking trailers and stuff in front, strapping sheds down. What issues with Storm Eowyn is coming from the south to southwest to the west, and the farm is perfectly south that way, north that way, which means the west is that side of us. And for a south wind we're pretty protected because the yard is lower than the kind of the upper level where the house is, and that, so the yard is protected. But from the west we are open and we are exposed, and the faces of our sheds, the hay shed, this shed, is all going to go straight into it. So wind is going to start picking up from tonight, and then early tomorrow morning is when it's supposed to be really bad. The worst storm that anyone has seen in a long time. We're just back from finishing up the pipes and getting them all gathered and leaving all the tractors that's out there secured. Our biggest fear and the most important shed that we could lose is the meal shed, because obviously it's full of meal. There could be 90 ton of rolled grain in it, and if that gets wet we will have a very, very big problem on our hands. We'll just go around and push in for them. For the meal shed we're going to be putting the bracken trailer in front of it. It's just the right height that we'll be able to put it in underneath the canopy of the shed, and then we'll be able to reach some of the internal timbers to be able to strap them down. We'll take off the silage crap, and yeah, we'll use this to shunt stuff around. Then we're going to start shunting around different silage trailers and different tankers and stuff to put in front of sheds. We have to put tyres on top of the roof of the small animal unit there with the goats in it, as we lost the roof off that the last time. We'll put tractor tyres on that should keep it down. We'll also leave an implement in front of it. We'll leave machinery in front of the Wayland shed, and we also, with the skip is full of rubbish from the house. They were supposed to come collect that today but they didn't get it, so we're going to have to leave. Probably put the buck rake on top of it to keep it from blowing away. And we also have to go to the out farm, feed the cattle there, and there's a silage trailer left there from the last storm to go to the end of the shed to try and keep the roof on, so we'll put that back into position. And after that there's not much more we can do. The cousin has secured everything around the house. Just to give an idea of like how much wind they're talking about, they're talking for us in the Midlands gusts of up to 145-150 kilometers an hour. That's what the phone app is saying, and that is colossal. The last storm that took the roofs of the sheds was talking of gusts of 80 to 90 kilometers an hour. So this is well in excess of that. It could be most severe along the coast of Ireland, and that they're talking could be up to 180 along the coast. It's going to be interesting to see. It's all going to hit us from now till midnight. It's going to be increasing, and then there'll be a bit of a calm then just after midnight, but then around 6 o'clock tomorrow morning it's supposed to be, that's when it peaks. Might get up just to pull the camera out just to say we seen it, but where me and Liv are, we get hit quite badly with a west wind, so the flat will be probably humming. When it comes to power, we are quite lucky in the fact that the 3-phase line runs basically right beside us, and we're just off that on a 2-phase connection. We're not on 3-phase, but the 3-phase line is one of the more important 3-phase lines, and there's nothing within striking distance of it that I know of. So I would be quite surprised if we do lose power. We should keep power. The last storm, some of the locals further away from us lost power. The local village lost power. We didn't lose power. We do have generators for the shop and for the farm to keep the show on the road, so we won't be too bad that way. 100, yeah.
You're a bit too far under it. Keep it a bit.
So the handiest things about the teleporter is that with the 4-wheel steer you can
timber at the wall, but straight down into the trailer with the lash.
Yeah. Is that you can really steer trailers with the 4-wheel steer. Super job, so it is. We're just after putting the tanker into the corner of the hay shed, and this is due west going that way, so it's going to take the air. We'll move the 2725 out and block that rest of that gap there. But because the hay shed and lean-to is kind of half empty of straw, maybe a bit more, it has great opportunity for the wind to get in, and when it gets into the shed, it's nowhere to go but up and take the roof off. So the idea is you don't let into the shed. We just need to block up more of the shed, so we get another machine in there, and we'll have to close the doors in the shed there too. Oh, that's the horn left at the end where the 3690 is, to block that up, just a full block, because there is no shelter of this end of the shed from the west. There's nothing to break it, nothing, because it's high, just about higher than the hedgerow that's in the field, so it gets an awful blast from this end. 3075 and beat chopper covering here. The feeder will go in front of it there. We just have applying a bit more food to the Waylands that's in the shed where I'm going. I'm going to get the other trainer trailer and we'll get that in. Going with the buck rake now to the skip, and I might have left, we'll put the trainer trailer there to block the bit that the bracken doesn't fit, and it still leaves us down and get the tellies into the shed in the evening. I might have left myself a bit tight, but yeah, well, I'll put this in the skip in the middle of the yard there, and that hopefully keeps the rubbish where it should be. I'll come out and see it everywhere but the skip. Fingers crossed it all stays in that. Bro's also in to give a hand. Light feeders in place now. We're just moving into the last few bits. We're just covering the line of shed here. So we've tires put down on top of the pillars, hopefully keep on some sheets, and then I'm going to pull the silage trailer up to the pens as well as maybe the tanker as well, and just cover up the pens from the front so the wind hopefully can't go in. Some of our sheds, especially the older sheds, so the meal shed, the shed I just looked at, the hay shed, them sheds in particular, they're suffering from nail sickness. Now if you don't know what that is, it basically means that the nails or the screws that are holding down the sheets are either rotten, or the surface area that the head of the nail or screw is in contact with the sheet is rotten, so that they're very easy to take off. And by right, and it's going to happen I think this year, there's that much stuff for the cousin to do, it might not get to it. But the shed in front of us, we just looked at this, we're going to put new roof on that shed to make sure that that's right, because it's perfect for Liv's job, isn't it? Just gathering all the calf hutches off the field out, the farm shop where we had all the small stock out. So if you're wondering what that muck is there, that is where Father Phil had Alfie in the cab, and he was sitting there and he must have been covered in muck. It's after destroying the winter. So yeah, I have to get that clean. Cannot see that terribly well in front of me, so I'll put away the camera, but yeah, gathering these off the field before they go flying away on us. I'm not going to get out now. They're busy strapping there, the tellies on the outside, so I'm going to have to go to the out farm to feed them and secure that shed. So just leave the silage trailers up there out to the back entrance, and also leave a full silage bale on top of the plastic. For anyone who's watching in America currently is in a very cold snap. There's a big, I think, polar plunge or Arctic plunge, something like that. So a huge cold mass has pushed down over America. I see there's snowing in Miami at the minute, or in Florida, and it's that polar plunge or that mass cold air that's come down over America has upset the Gulf Stream, and it's supercharged this storm. And then there's two more storms coming after this. There's one Sunday and one Wednesday. You're probably watching this on Sunday. Won't be as bad as what we're expected to get, but last week I remember I started getting the things on my phone saying, oh, there's going to be a massive storm going to hit Europe after, because of this polar plunge. So yeah, it was forecast, kind of knew it was coming, but there's always that thing of, is it going to go a bit north, a bit south, but literally going straight into Ireland, straight across. And there's even, well, we are very much dead centre of Ireland. We're the North Midlands. The North Midlands is going to get hit harder than the Southern Midlands or even the East. There just seems to be this stretch coming in across Galway, Mayo, and across into Mullingar, which we're in that path. Anyways, we're going to be on to that farm and get that last bit done. For anyone who's wondering, where do our peacocks sleep at night? Well, for the last while they've been roosting in this tree at night at the top of the avenue. They're up there, I think. Now, we didn't see where they went to roost tonight, but I assume they're up on the top branches of that. So that's where they usually be. I can't see them. There's nothing to say that they know there's something coming and they're roosting in the hay shed or roosting somewhere else that's a bit more sheltered. But it would be a bit of a fear that we might lose them. Oh no, I see them up there. Yeah, no, they're in that tree. Yeah. So yeah, let's see how many peacocks we've left tomorrow. Trailer, the end of the shed. Happy days. Bail on the plastic now, so we'll back up the hustler. On another note, if anyone who's watching this is a insurance broker or is in the insurance world, here's a question for you. The whole of Ireland is in a red weather warning from I don't know what time this evening. One of the topics on Mill Street show was, or what a lot of people were saying was, that in a red weather warning you do not have insurance. Your insurance will not cover you if you're in an accident while a red weather warning is on, if you're outside. So if you're a business hauling a lorry or if you're a personal vehicle, let me know if you'd no insurance. That was the thing everyone was kind of talking about last night. Anyways, look, we'll shut the gate here and we'll head back to the yard and see how they got on strapping down the shed. And we're back, we're parked up. This is our meal. Hopefully tomorrow it's not wet, because there's a lot of rain supposed to be coming as well. Actually having these bays, 2 bays full, will help because it'll stop the wind kind of going back, but it will expose our round roof above us. And as you can see here, teleporter's waiting down on the centre pillars. It's that centre section I'd be most afraid of. We've tied a lot of the canopy at the front, but look, we'll wait and see, with fingers crossed. Just to give you an idea of, maybe, I don't know what's the best way of putting it, but like the overall how severe the storm is by just things yesterday, which was Wednesday, and the storm is happening Friday morning. Talking to people at the show, their schools were already getting closed, so there's no schools opened on Friday. All public transport is cancelled. It's a complete shutdown and everyone's been advised, stay at home. Expect mass power shortages. Fill your bathtubs of water, charge all your phones, charge your battery packs, charge everything, have everything, be prepared for the storm. One more thing I will say, I vaguely remember my grandfather here, he was born in 1919, talking about his father, or his granddad, talking about a big wind in the 1800s. That was like a massive storm. I vaguely remember hearing something about it on Shannon's side. If anyone who's watching can fill me in on more. I know there was a big snow, but I think there was a big wind as well. There was a massive storm. I'm going to go home. And me and Liv will be up at 6 anyways to go feed goats, even though we will probably get up, look out at the wind, and probably say nope, and go back again and feed them maybe around 10 o'clock, but they'll have to be fed at some point. And then all the usual farm jobs, they have to go on. The farm just doesn't stop just because it's a red weather warning. There's actually sleet. The goats are due feeding. I can hear them roaring there. But yeah, hope everyone stays safe. And yeah, this video you're going to be watching Sunday, it's going to be all over and we're going to see what damage we have. Hopefully not too much. But yeah, pick it up in the morning. So it is currently 4 o'clock, half 4 in the morning. We can't sleep with the wind. Still have power. Because the light's on the television. Let's check in the camera. You can't really see much. So yeah, can't really see much. The landings seem to be still there anyways, and everyone else seems to be there. Just listen to the wind. Just kind of wait patiently now till we can go up and go out. Done an update. Liv checked her phone. It says it's a wind chill of -11 outside. And our Sencrop app, or the Sencrop weather station, which is in the sheltered spot, is showing gusts up to 90 kilometers at the minute, but it is quite sheltered where it is. It is 8 o'clock in the morning now, and I can't see much damage from the house. We were going to go out earlier, but it was very windy. It's still saying it's 80 kilometer an hour winds out. So yeah, windows are very dirty now. A good tunnel now is missing sheets of stuff, so that's also fun. But apart from that, I can't see anything. So we're going to venture into the goats and make sure they're okay, and we'll see what damage is. We won't be doing any major work. We're driving around the place till at least 12, if not dinner time. The power is gone. The power went, I think the last time I seen the red dot on the TV was around 5, 6 o'clock. Power is gone. We have no phone service. Phone service is gone. So it must have taken either the power to the antennas or the antennas themselves are gone. We don't know, but we've none of any of that. So yeah, we go into the farm and we see, and because we've no electricity, we now have no heating here, and it's forecast to be 0 degrees and minus and that for the next few days. So we might have to move inside. So we have camping gear now for heat and water for the goats. So I don't need this then.
No, there's no gas for that either.
Oh, so it's this one. On you all, you just put a canister in it. That's handy. No power. No power or signal or anything. Fire it up, Jess. Well, hey. Right, Liv. Heat up some water. So, let's see the damage. Hi, Bertie. How are you? Did you enjoy the windy night? Right, well, I see one little Andy anyways. Maybe more. Security fencing is down. Well, I think we got alright. Hay shed is still there. And I see a peacock. Looks like the wee shed that the 165 and actually there's two 165, 165R and a 165 in it is well and truly gone. Some tractors are now, well, no, they couldn't really say there were much of anything there, but they're now in the wet. But apart from that, I think we've got on pretty good. I see one round roof sheet gone off the shed. That's not too bad. Just have to find that. The meal shed still stands. For now anyways. And after that, everything else seems to be fine. So we just lost, as looks like there might be an early landy or two broke there. We lost some Lelandis, but I think Liv really wants to take them down. So I think the plan is to cut them down and put in a new hedge that she can keep control of. The rubbish is where the rubbish should be. Survive. We actually got on better now than we did in the last storm. And that partially could be because what was taken off was nail sick and put back down and put that back down better. Definitely we're more prepared this time than the last storm. 3 babies trying to drink off 2 tits. Just have to keep a tie high in them to make sure that they're all nice and full and no one is getting left behind. And then Liv's 2 babies here doing their thing. So yeah, happy out. Now that we know everything here is pretty much 100%, we're not going to start. We'll have to take everything that we put down, and that took about 2 hours. So it's probably 2 hours we're taking it all apart so we can get feeding on and kind of get on with today. But we're not going to do that till later on, till the winds have really died down. So we're going to go check the out farm and make sure the cattle up there are okay now. And yeah, but thankfully everything we've done has saved all our sheds for this time. So yeah, happy out. So there's a big lump of a tree. I don't know, is it a branch? It's a branch. Oh, will I get around that? No, I won't get around that. Right. We'll have to go around the main road, see can we get to the cattle. The road to Keena and Longford is well blocked. So we're wondering why there's no traffic on the road. It is fully closed. A big ass tree after falling there. Looks like we are out of luck. There's a tree down here, so we're blocked from both ends getting to the cattle. It's also pulled down the wires. One is the NBI wire, and I'm not sure whether the other one is a landline or an ESB wire. So we'll stay well back. Always remember to stay away from any downed wires because you don't know is there power in them or not. And that's the thing. Anyways, we head on back and we get something to eat and we'll wait for it to calm down and then we'll venture out again. We've got a bit further down the road, past the fallen branch. Me and Father Phil came up. We moved out of the way, but we cannot get any further than here. We're walking distance from the farm. If we can get, no, there's more trees down the road. There's a heap of trees. Is it after 12 now? Red warning is over now, but it's still very windy. So now that's the neighbour's farm. So he is 3 trees down. 4 trees down. After a while, I think we're going to be coming out with chainsaws and shovels, and we start the job of clearing roads. Realistically, it's the trees that fall from your own land that you clear, but we just go out, everyone works together, and we get the roads cleared, and we'll go back. The girls are cooking pancakes at the minute, We're going to have that, and then we're going to call into our neighbour in the road who we're fixing the tractors for to make sure he's okay. Another tree down. There's also some big trees down at the back of the house. So this is the new farm, both sides of the road here. We went out and we tidied up everything that had fallen in the last storm, and now there is so much more. Yeah, we've sheets. Oh, the shed is collapsed. Not all the sheets. You all right, lads? Are we all right, lads? That side is fine. They're only missing a handful of sheets there. Problem is now, every builder in the country is going to be mad busy on repairs to sheds, that it is going to be hard. Now, hopefully the cousin will get to us. He'll probably be back on tomorrow now. So he'll be back into fixing up all these sheds. So the house is going to kind of go on the back foot there. Thankfully I took stuff out of that tank, because we still have them just looking in under the lid there. Still about 2 foot of space. The hay shed, which we lost that hay shed last time round, we seem to have lost some sheets off the back, but apart from that it seems fine. And then this door is gone on this shed. Tree down on top of the house there is just about. Doesn't look like it's broken a window. Right, I'll try and make my way back out to Father Phil. It's going to take all today now, just to try and clear that road down to here. Pushed in here, there's no power in this shed, it's disconnected. But the whole line of trees out behind the trailer there are gone. Just on up from the farm then, there's more, I don't say trees down, all big branches down. Yeah. All fun and games. Just in at the house, and we've lost slates. You can see slates off there. She stripped some of the slates off the end of the house. The rest of it's fine, but just that gable end of the house, both sides, slates off. So we're going to get the water back going for the farm, so we don't have to bollocks them with drinkers. So we have our generator here. The mistake we made, we didn't fill it before the storm, so we have about...
Well, all was working on a plug that's like that, all of it.
Yeah. So we have half a tank there, so that hopefully that will keep the farm with water now for a good while, and we should hopefully get to town maybe later and get it filled with petrol. Because we've no electricity, we've no phone signal, we have no idea what's happening in the rest of Ireland at the minute. We've no idea the numbers of houses without power. When we were driving around this morning, we seen power lines on the ground off a 2-phase wire. So yeah, and it's still very windy. So we'll go check on the neighbour next. We're coming into the lane here, same as the last time. So Father Phil's behind me with the chainsaw. I can see a couple of trees already down, so we'll just clear our way in. He's the chainsaw with him, and I just go in front, and I'll just be able to shunt and push. Briar bushes there. So we're just going to work in, because no one has phone signal. We're just going and check this man's alright, and he's not trying to do something silly, trying to move bushes by himself. I was just on the radio there now, I'm in the telly, that there's 800,000 homes without power in Ireland, and the highest wind speed ever recorded was recorded out in the west at 183 kilometers an hour. Cleared 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees. They're all small trees, they're just plagued and ivy. Some of them are well rotten. They're trees that are well dead with ash dieback. We're just about at your man's house now. I think I see one more tree, and that's it. Job is a good one. So we've cleared the track in, talked to neighbour, he's happy. He was trying to ring people, he couldn't ring anyone, so he's that done. He's got to leave it an hour or so, and he's going to go visit his sister and see that she's alright. This thing, that man would ring us to give him a hand to do this, but because he's no signal he wouldn't be able to ring, so I should go in and look after it from the get-go, and it's all it'll be good. So we'll go back home, we get our feeding done, and we get a lot of yard jobs done, and then we're going to meet up with the neighbours and start clearing roads. Hopefully the wind will have died down another bit since then, but it is, especially just where we are at the minute, there is no shelter that side of it. We are taking wind straight off the bog. So we're just in getting meal and diet feeding them. Father Phil said we weren't far off losing this shed now. Can just about see, maybe Liv will zoom in, the end of the shed on this side is totally disconnected from that wee frame on the gable. And then also there's timber up there, that timber there that is cracked, and that's where the other end of the strap was tied onto, and it's cracked. It's completely broke, that timber, so we're going to have to get some repairs done in here. But yeah, it was a strong old wind. We are in the loading shovel now, and we're heading off now to start clearing the road. So neighbours are clearing the road up from their stretch, so we're going to start at the other end and come down, because our line kind of starts at the other end of the road and it goes all the way down to there. The reason we're in the loading shovel is half a tank of diesel, whereas the teleporter is getting very low, and we need to have enough diesel to do tomorrow's feeding, and we can't get diesel out of the tank because there's no electricity to work the pump. So this is noisy. So we're just starting to clear from the farmyard on now, and we're just piling up everything that was on the road just in front of the one side of the straw. A lot of timber down, there's a lot of harm done in Longford. Father Phil was in Longford town. He said that they had no power in Longford town. That tree there pulled the root out of the hedge. This is for turning into the hedge. We have our section cleared, and the neighbours there are just finishing up to dig. Our Father Phil's gone down, see if they didn't want to have a shovel. Now I'll try and get this wire, this branch of the wires, without breaking the wires. It'll be easier with the teleporter without a shadow of a doubt. So we'll see what we can do here. Just get between a fork, and then gently, and back. The biggest problem with the loading shovel is the steering. The articulated steering just does not help. And that's us treed out for now. So I'm going to tidy up a lot of branches and stuff on my way back up. And on the way back on the main road we have another tree like the last time. Going to stay behind me to just hold the traffic, but I just get it shoved back into the hedge. And that's us. There's quite a few Lelandis there. It's made that Lelandi hedge look quite sparse. I think Liv is full tilt, wants to take every one of them down, and the cousin agrees with her, so I'm on a losing battle. So I think that Lelandi hedge, which was planted in 1988, which we're after losing 1, 2, 3, 4 of the trees in it, will be coming down, but that's the story for another day. Also, the purlines are here, so yeah, had the shed, but same cousin does all the building work. But as much as he just builds sheds for us, his bread and butter is old houses, old stonework, old churches, old stuff, lime plastering, all that fun stuff. A lot of trees down. We've only seen a quarter of our land, and we've a lot of trees down internally. Way more than the last storm. There's going to have to be nearly a week, I'd imagine, for one man a full week of going around with the shovel and a chainsaw, taking the tree, cutting the trees where they're falling and the branches, and then clearing them into piles that we can either shove back into the hedge or try and take good timber out of. I'd be more inclined to take the good timber out of them and get sorted, so that we're not ploughing around and mowing around trees. I'm very tired of it, because there's a couple of trees down in our silage fields. There's 2 or 3 down in silage fields that have been mown around for the last 2 or 3 years, and there's another 5 in the big field down. There's another couple in the silage fields. Yeah, so it's, yeah, look, let me know in the comments, how did everyone else fare out with Storm Eowyn. I let Liv stick in down there whether we have power or not by the time this video goes up on Sunday. If we do not have power, I have no idea how this video is even getting up on Sunday. The biggest annoyance is the cattle shed, which the cousin, he'll probably be back tomorrow, and we'll just go pull him straight up there, and his Father Phil says going to just have to put a new roof on it. It is what it is. It is what it is. There's just nothing we can do about it. But look, The main thing is the meal shed stayed. We didn't lose the hay shed, and it could always be worse. It could always be worse. Let me know in the comments, how did everyone fare out around and about? Were you without power? Did you lose hay sheds and sheds fall in on cattle? There's a couple of neighbours that had that, no more than ourselves. This thing's been quite bad here. But look, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday till May. That's it from us. Good luck. Final update to stick in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All peacocks are still here. They didn't blow away in the wind.